Hi again, guys and gals. This time we'll be talking about the most expensive DDC, which stands for digital to digital converter in my collection. This is Singxer SU-6 USB audio bridge, and this device transforms digital USB streams into other digital formats. So obviously we have USB as an input, and we have complete set of different outputs. We have double I2S IIS outputs using HDMI connectors. We have I2S IIS using Ethernet connection. We have optical connection. We have double set of SPDF connectors, one for RCA jack and the second one for BNC jack with different impedance. We have AES EBU digital output. Okay, let's get the focus right. And we have master word clock for these inputs if your digital to analog converter supports using external word clock. This is not the reference clock, this is not the external reference clock. This is the master word clock that should be used, if possible, with any of these outputs, preferably AES EBU. So, the device is quite simple interiorly. Okay, we have three LEDs in front. The first one shows us the device is powered on. The second one shows that it's currently playing some music, that it's streaming the data through the device. And the last one informs us about the DSD stream being played. Okay, underneath we have a set of micro switches for configuring IIS I2S outputs, because I2S or IIS has not been standardized yet. There are different flavors, and different producers of the equipment are interpreting I2S connectors differently. Meaning sometimes we can have left and right channel changed, or we can have left and right channels for DSD only changed in places. So you should, if you're going to use I2S, which basically for me is the point of using this device, you always need to check for the right settings for your digital to analog converter. They are extensively described in manual. You can also find many different settings online coming from users who are trying and using this device with their digital to analog converters. So that's about the device. I won't dwell in the specification. You can find the list of supported formats in Singxer website. Basically all of them. Every single data format except for MQA, as far as I remember, is supported by this device. What's important inside of this device? As a bridge, as a USB bridge, it's using XMOS bridge, which is top of the line at the moment solution for USB input. So, why would you want to use digital to digital converter in the first place? The thing is that USB stream is not synchronized, and it doesn't have any kind of correction data for your audio streams, nor it allows for retransmission of lost or damaged frames, which basically means that streaming audio over USB may be susceptible to jitter and errors. And this device has best state-of-the-art USB input for precise determination of zeros and ones. So in order to remove all jitter, all insecurity about the state of 0 or 1, because that's a long talk actually, because the zeros and ones are transmitted on the lowest level as DC changes, and DC changes are basically analog in nature. So in order to determine if you're having a 0 or 1 transmitted and at this particular moment, you need to detect either the level of the voltage or the change of the voltage. So the better quality signal, the more it's similar to a rectangle signal. But in reality, you'll never have that clean signal. So this device uses precise electronic precise XMOS circuit along with some custom software to determine if the DC level at the input is actually 0 or 1. And then it transforms the signal to other digital formats. Preferably, you would like to use one of these three outputs, because IIS or I2S is a standard for exchanging digital audio streams for short lengths, but with great fidelity and great speed. And if your digital to analog converter supports that kind of input, you would be able to bypass all internal filtering, all internal circuits that are between the input and the digital to analog converter chip, and to just pass the digital audio stream directly through DAC chip. So that's the goal, but how does it actually sound? What does it change? And right now we will use some new video technique. We'll be adding some animation to my videos. Okay, that's an animation. So let's suppose that this is our stereo scene. Within that boundaries we'll have our instruments. And let's suppose that we're not using Singxer. So this would be the guitar. This would be, I don't know, the drums, and we would have singer somewhere in here. So what the Singxer does, and what other DDC converters, good quality DDC converters, are able to achieve, is to make the location of the instruments within the scene very precise. So with Singxer, the guitar would be placed here, the drums would be placed somewhere here, and the singer would be placed somewhere here. The difference is that you have, the first thing, the pinpoint location of the sound sources. The second one, if you notice that these circles are smaller right now, it also means that distances between the locations are bigger, and this will give you an airy and transparent sound, because there will be no sound sources in extreme. Let's exaggerate this drawing a bit. Let's suppose you're not using Singxer and your data stream is jittery, and this would be like that. Okay, so you would not be able to locate the sound sources precisely on the soundstage. You would be able to tell that drums are somewhere on the right, the guitar is somewhere on the left, and the singer seems to be in the middle. But you wouldn't be able to tell precisely when the singer ends and guitar begins. With digital to digital converters, that will give you this additional transparency and additional precise location. You'll be able to precisely say that the singer is here, that the guitar is, yes, it's on the left, but at the same time it's in the back and it's slightly lower than the singer's voice. And also this empty space, I know you cannot hear empty space, you cannot hear something that doesn't make any sound, but your ear will tell you that with this pinpoint location you will feel the airiness, the transparency, all of the space that can be found here. So the image will be more holographic, more precise, and at the same time it will be more transparent to your ears. So that's the general idea, and that's how this particular device works. And it's the same for all DDCs that I've tried to a various extent. The cheaper ones tend to have this effect very small. The more expensive device you get, the more pronounced the effect will be, and the more precise sound locations will be. Singxer is one of the most expensive solutions, not the most expensive, but quite expensive. I got it used for like $500, and at that time it was quite a good price. So if you have top of the line digital to analog converter that supports IIS, IWS, I2S input, this is something that can elevate your sound quality to the next level. If you have a highly transparent revealing system, you'll immediately hear the results. What's also important and useful for me as a reviewer is the fact that I can actually connect two IIS devices at the same time, and my PC player using FooBar will be sending audio stream to only one device via USB input, which means that both digital to analog converters that I'll be reviewing will be receiving exactly the same high quality signal at exactly the same time. So connecting then these two digital to analog converters to amplifier with two inputs will allow me to switch on the fly between converters and to easily hear and discern differences between these two devices, which will be using exactly the same input signal. So I think that's all. This device comes highly recommended. I also have, I think, the oldest incarnation of this device coming from Singxer stable, Singxer SU-1. I got it like 7 years or 8 years ago already to use with my Gustard XU20 Pro, as far as I remember the model name. At that time, it was all the rage to get these two devices and connect them together. And after all these years, this setup downstairs is still top of the line. This one is better, it's slightly better. But if you're able to get cheaply used Singxer SU-1 or this one, buy and get one for your audio setup. Okay, I've probably forgot about a ton of things. If you'll have any specific question, just please ask it in the comments. I'm trying to answer all the comments, maybe not in real time because I have other things in life that I have to attend. But more or less I'm answering the questions from you guys mostly on the same day. So thank you and see you next time.